You just play that all day long, didn't you?
That was a cracking little riff with shades of. I think I was playing U2-y stuff, and you were playing Bryan Adams stuff over the thing, and it kind of like it did a thing.
There's lots of stuff. It's like an American.
Have you grown
kind of,
like 6 inches since you picked up that guitar?
Absolutely. I just thought when I picked it up, I'm like, what's going on there? That's likely. I feel like a giant all of a sudden.
That is tremendous.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool?
Welcome back to Andertons TV.
Wow.
Pete and I are looking at some Squier guitars today, but before we start, Pete, could you just read the ingredients off the side of that can of Coke, please? Pepsi, even.
Pepsi, yeah, Pepsi, not sponsored by, but you know, anyone that wants to sponsor us can just get in touch. It says here, please like and subscribe. Every 10,000 new subscribers will give away some pedals, and when we hit 1 million, we'll give away a real clone.
Good Lord.
And if there's any of these things you're interested, timestamps are below as well, and all of this are, of course, for sale at andertons.co.uk.
And how many calories? Oh, none.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And you can buy merch as well. It's said just down there. You can buy merchandise.
So, Squier. You're all familiar with this brand, right? Squier is awesome.
They nail it.
You know, I learned to play on a Squier Strat, and I'm sure as did many of you. But I kind of feel like it's so much more than just the guitar you start on. There's a whole. I mean, Squier really. You know, it really is the brand for the kind of the person who's trying to explore the world of guitars on a kind of a sensible budget, right? You can get such good stuff here. So look at all this.
I feel like Fender also, they have it's like their playground to try new things, you know, to experiment with new shapes and guitars. And look at this fretboard on this.
It looks great.
Cool.
No, it looks great. So anyway, we have got 3 new basses, which Lee and Cece will do in their own time, and 5 new guitars. So let's have a look. Page 1, Mr. Pete, would you mind holding up the F-hole Telecaster?
That's cool,
this is called
it?
a Thinline Tele, right? So those of you that aren't familiar, way back in the 60s, Fender started sort of making these semi-hollow versions of the Telecaster. They called it a Thinline. Was it 60s or 70s? I think it was late 60s, wasn't it? The first ones came out. Squier are obviously delving into that. Features here.
I think that's super cool, because that's a guitar in itself that people should, you know, really experience, because
I totally agree.
There's a lot to
so the key features here are a thin and lightweight chambered body, a strung through body bridge, a slim and comfortable C-shaped neck profile, 2 Squier single coil pickups, and sealed die-cast tuning machine heads. There are 2 versions of this guitar. The white one with the it's not a rosewood board, is it? It's a laurel board. White one with a laurel board and a black guard, or a beautiful sunburst with a white guard and a maple neck, which is very pretty.
Looks great.
It's a 3-tone sunburst. We'll put them both on screen now. We have the white one for you now. So could we have a little listen, Mr. Pete?
Absolutely, you can. Let's take all pedals off and neck pickup. It's fat. It's I have no idea what I'm playing right now, but they're great, these guitars. They're always just great, aren't they, for the money? That's the middle position. They're tremendous. They're tremendous. Where am I? Who are you? And that was the middle position. That sounds really good. Here's the bridge. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Nice. Let's chuck on some Dane on there.
Almost sounded like you did a Jimmy Page riff there. And Jimmy Page, again, isn't the rumour that although every time you saw him on stage, you'd often see him with a Les Paul. Weren't all the albums Telecasters?
That's what people say.
Isn't that the rumour?
That's what people say. Hey. And play on too many tellies. That's the neck. Little fat, yeah. That's the middle position. Well, oh man, how's that song go? Anyway, whatever. Not start playing Taylor Swift in these videos.
Oh, you're trying to do some Taylor stuff, are you? So look, not much else to tell you about the Thinline Tele. I mean, again,
like
the bit under the pickups is solid. So, you know, it's not completely hollow body. But yeah, this is all chambered and semi-hollow. So I always think that the Thinline is a great guitar to go to if you've got maybe a back problem or you just generally don't like heavier guitars.
There is one thing about it though, sorry to interrupt there, because if you put a little bit too much gain on, it can tend to feed back quite... You can also use that to your advantage.
The sound of rock is feedback. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you want to do the next one?
Yeah, one thing just to say overall with these guitars, you see the fingerboard might not be as dark as you like. You can buy this Monty Nespresso, which is stuff you take the strings off and you put this stuff on there, and there's a link below for that, and it makes them darker. It's just,
yeah, I mean,
some people might look at it and go, oh, well,
I wonder why. You know, the prior to rosewood being classed as like an endangered species of wood. Endangered, where every manufacturer went to an alternative, and laurel became quite widely used.
Yeah.
I wonder what, and that was almost when this Monty Espresso darkening wax was kind of invented, was to try and, you know, make these look more like rosewood. But now rosewood is not on the endangered species list anymore, but only really the slightly higher end guitar manufacturers have gone back to using it.
They probably have a lot lying around that need to, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know, they wouldn't have had like 10 years worth of it though, would they? I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe it's just cheaper to buy and easy to use.
Maybe.
But, hey, I mean, I wouldn't, anyway, onwards. So, this is called the Affinity Series Stratocaster Junior. Of the Mini, which is the 22 3/4 inch scale length guitar, which has been available for years, and the full size 25.5 inch scale Strat, and then the Junior sort of sits in the middle with a 24 inch scale length. And I think that's so important. And if technically speaking, you'd be forgiven for not really understanding what does the whole scale length mean. So scale length is from the nut at one end to where the strings go over the bridge at the other end. And
there we go. Put next to that.
The really short scale lengths, the 22 3/4 inch scale length that is the Mini Strat, isn't ideal for normal concert pitch tuning on the guitar.
No,
the strings are very slack at that point. It's quite hard to keep strings in tune, conventional, you know, electric guitar type strings. So what I love about the Junior is it's 24 inch scale, which is a reasonably normal scale length for, you know, normal tuning. And the body size is marginally smaller. It really feels like anybody from the age of probably 7 or 8 years old would be okay for a Junior.
Yeah.
I really like this, and it's a great idea from Fender.
And anybody up still, because it's still light and you can still, you know, it's... Yeah. I think it's a great idea.
So key features on this are the scale length, as I mentioned, 24 inch scale length. We've got HSS pickups, so 2 single coils and a humbucker. We've got like an enhanced trem system, so it's almost like a better trem system than you get on a normal Squier. Yeah. Is it really expensive? Oh yeah, here's the downside.
Oh, it's £8,000.
No. Okay, that's annoying. So Strat Junior is more expensive than the full-size version, I guess, because it's not made in the quantities.
That would be what it is, isn't it?
Anyway, we've got a slim C-shaped neck, sealed die-cast tuners, 2 colours, we've got a 3-tone sunburst and this metallic blue finish.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a shame about the price, because I kind of feel this is perfect for a young player.
Yeah.
But maybe, I mean, it's still kind of affordable. I mean, it's still sub 250 quid, so maybe that's still okay to start on. But anyway, Pete, give us a noodle.
super easy to play. It's just super. It's
Do you know every single one of your pedals is more expensive than that guitar? Except maybe the tuner.
No, the tuner, well, like 250 quid or something. Yeah, so, yeah,
even the tuner's
more expensive. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. That sounds really good. And it's the scale length 24, so it's much more slinky to play. But does it do? It does.
If you're a 4'9" version of John Mayer, this could be the perfect guitar.
I'm going to see him play that.
Could you imagine if John Mayer had this guitar and he's a tall chap? It would look ridiculous, wouldn't he?
I don't know.
Get a bit of gain on the...
I'm only in the middle position.
Oh, you still haven't done it? I'm sorry.
You were like my kids, man. It's like...
I got the attention span of a...
I wouldn't say anything. I would say less than that. Yeah, so... I don't think there's any... No. Already there. And there's the humbucker. Woo! I would probably take that down compared to the other pickups a little bit, but that's just to set, screw a little bit down. But it's a great sounding little pickup. Let's go green side of the protein. And no one told you would up. Man, it sounds good. I tell you what, man, that sounds great, this pickup, even if you could go to the neck. Oh, tune on.
And if you are a grown-up who's maybe slightly vertically challenged, you wouldn't be the first guitar player to buy a slightly smaller bodied guitar player just to make you look taller. I'm just saying. No. Right, this is an eye-catching guitar, probably maybe the most eye-catching one of them all. This is called the FMT SH, which stands for Flame Maple Top, and then as a reference to it has a single coil and a humbucking pickup. So what are the key features of this? Again, a thin and lightweight body. The humbucker at the neck with the single coil at the bridge, strung through bridge, flame maple top, which is beautiful, right? And then the sealed tuners. So this is available in two colours. One is the red with the laurel guard and the white scratch guard that Pete has, and then the other is in a mocha finish with a black guard and a maple neck, which looks pretty. We'll put that on screen now. I have got prices here, actually, So
that's incredible.
I do apologies.
This doesn't look like a Squier, does it? You're looking at it.
Do you know what? This is crazy pricing, right? So that Thinline one is, not much over 250 quid.
What?
This one is under 300, and the Junior Strat is sub 250. So again, always check the Andertons website for the latest price, or if you don't live in the UK, your nearest Fender dealer.
Yes.
Let's have a listen.
That's the neck humbucker, and then here's the middle position. here is the bridge. That's great. I put a bit too much reverb on. Let's do a Dane. Gets a little bit.
It's just a great
humbucker.
It's a great example. When you have a guitar with one single coil and one humbucker, you really do realise how differently voiced those two pickups are. Sometimes it can be...
You need a different pedal for that, I would say.
I think if you've got the amp dialed in for the single coil sound, the humbucker will sound dark, almost too dark. So like you say, maybe a different pedal. Holy Mother of Mary!
Smash!
Right. This one
you
next
can play that.
No, because I'm doing the reading.
I didn't know you could read. A Jaguar.
It's a kind of a stripped down Jaguar.
I love this colour. What colour is this?
Do you know, I said that as well. And the colour is Mystic Meg Brown. Mystic Metallic Brown.
I love this colour.
It's a bit like that Texas Tea vibe on the American ones that we love so much.
That's super cool.
It's got shades of red in there, shades of brown. Shades of purple in the right light, but it's great.
That's me reflecting of it.
It could be. Okay, so let me tell you about this. This is a Jaguar. Now, Jaguars, if you're not familiar, again, came out in the 60s. It's got its bigger brother, the Jazzmaster, which many of you will be familiar with, but it's got this classic offset body shape. The main thing that made the Jaguar so different from the rest of the Fender range was it had the 24-inch scale length.
So the same as that little one?
Yeah, so it's a very different vibe of guitar to play. Well, not very, but it's a different vibe of guitar to play with a slinkier feel to the strings and a slightly different kind of tone.
Slinky pinky.
Key features here are a thin and lightweight body. They're all saying they're all thin and lightweight bodies.
Yeah, they are slightly thin,
I think they feel relatively normal. But anyway, 24-inch scale length. We've got this vintage-style floating tremolo system that I believe you string from behind it, don't you? So, so there's nothing on the back, right? No plate, no springs.
Nope.
So that's that. C-shaped neck, 2 single-coil pickups, the sealed die-cast tuners, and again, this is going to cost you probably not much over 250 quid. 2 colours, the Mystic Metallic Brown with a maple fingerboard, and a classic 3-colour sunburst with a laurel board and a black guard. Actually, the black guard on the 3-colour sunburst looks great.
It does, yeah.
I've always loved the sort of the metal control plate on Jaguars. Looks very cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a much simpler pickup switching system than a Jaguar would normally have.
It's a 3-way selector switch, so it's really easy.
Bosh.
Volume and tone. I like that they put this on here, the Mustang bridge, so you don't have those. It's the one to go for. It's much more stable, but tuning.
Jaguar and Jazzmaster aficionados will know what we're talking about, but just suffice to say, this has the good bridge on it.
Here's an A minor chord on a neck pickup. See that? Those were the chords I was looking for before for that Shake It Off. It's very ringy, I like it.
It's great.
It sounds great,
really,
man. Yeah.
Really bright and jangly. Just kind of exactly what you want.
What it should be. I feel like the neck is slightly bigger than the others, but maybe that's just. This sounds really good. Let me try to put some tremolo and a bit more reverb.
A bit more.
bit of blue. Sorry.
Just tell people how that longer tremolo arm feels, because I always feel that guitars like Jazzmaster with the longer tremolo arm does feel different to a Strat style.
I don't know
training.
if you ever changed a tire on a car, Lee, but you know, if you take the knots off, the bolts out, if you've got a really short thing you have to put so much power in it to actually get it. But with a longer one, you can grab all the way out there and you get some lever and just do that. You know, it's the same with this. It vibrates more out here than you do down here. That's just the feeling.
Great analogy.
Yeah, you know, when you take, you want it further out, you know, so what's it called, a bar? Whatever. A lever.
A wheel.
Something. It's like a bar, it's like extra long one, so you can get
what's it called? Tire. You see them in like films where people get murdered with being smashed over the head.
No, but a tire iron, but the longer it is, the easier it is, you know, that's like
that's anything, isn't it? Any
sort exactly, but that's the same with this. Leverage
is less needed.
Yeah. There's a bit of the protein on the blue side. I stay out too late.
Bit grungy as well, maybe?
Well, that wasn't that bit.
I don't know.
It's quite bright, isn't it?
It's
quite
I like
bright.
It, though.
I like it, Picasso.
That's brilliant. Like, not too driven, nice and bright. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Picasso.
There's one more guitar to talk about. Like I say, we'll put the basses up on screen at the end of this video, but that'll be for the dynamic duo of Lee and Cece to take you through. So this is the Starcaster.
I love
When I first saw this, I must admit, is that new EVH... Wolf Van Halen based on this shape?
I don't know, actually. Maybe there is something about it, but he's got an E hole, not an F hole.
Right.
For his.
But so the Starcaster.
Maybe it is.
Believe it or not, this is an original Fender design from the 70s, although not many artists took it up and played it. The famous guy in the early days was the. I say famous, probably he was the lead guitar player from the Meters, which was like a funk band. They had one or two like super classic hits, but it didn't.
Completely forgot now.
No, I can't remember his name either. I do apologise. But it's sort of it wasn't ever that popular.
Violoncello or something.
Botticelli, Leocelli, Limoncelli, something like that.
Yeah, I can't. Oh God, so keep me sweating.
Anyway, it wasn't hugely popular, and I don't think it was in the Fender catalogue for terribly long. And then it sort of came back 5 years ago, maybe, and it's been pretty popular. Yeah. And then even more popular, Blink 182 Man has done his version of the Starcaster.
Yeah, just with
Tom DeLonge.
Tom DeLonge.
So it's kind of like, feels like it's back and doing very well the second time round. So the Squier Affinity version is an offset semi-hollow laminated maple body with a centre block, a traditional sort of bridge and stop bar tailpiece, C-shaped neck, 2 Squier humbucking pickups, sealed die-cast tuners. This is the most expensive one of the 5 guitars we've had today, but still remarkably affordable at just over £300.
What?
You can get the white with the Laurel board, or you can buy a Sienna Sunburst with a maple board. Gosh, what's not to like?
I love these guitars.
Let's have a little
listen. Super cool. No pedals.
Your board is really set up, I think, for single coils. I think anything with humbuckers, I think sounds.
There's no body pedals on.
I know, but like the
maybe it is.
I feel like I think it's a great example of how it's quite difficult to jump between single coil and
that's why you have to have two boards.
Yeah.
Or 17.
Or like a treble boost pedal or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that sounds great on the bridge pickup. I love the way people need to. I think people should try to experiment where they play on a guitar as well, because there's so much different. So much different sound.
It's the wood mates that do that. Doesn't
it? What? It's the wood. Here's the neck. Messed it up
pulling all the links out today.
Here's the middle position. There's much.
Play the meters thing so that people will know who.
I can't remember that. It's not that, but it's something like that, isn't it? Oh man, I can't remember. I played that.
I'm pretty sure years ago. I'm pretty sure it was used in one of those Guy Ritchie films, either Lock, Stock, or Snatch, or something like that, as just like a really, and it sort of brought it back to a new generation of music lovers.
I haven't played that for so long, man.
It's a great tune. It's a great tune.
Yeah, the meters, if you just go on YouTube, anyway, let's put some gain on, because that's what you came here to hear. That song, isn't that it's a burning love? Burning.
What, not the Elvis Presley job?
The burning love. Yeah.
Fair enough.
You like my heart on fire. This is the burning love. Anyway, whatever. What a video is it? That was good.
Tremendous.
Tremendous.
So it was super playing there.
Just saying, thank you. There was an ultraviolet on there. Then there was a El Cabbage stand. Then there was a bit of a flint. And then there was a protein green side. And then there was a Cali 76, the new compressor. You buy all of these guitars for 3 of these pedals.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. Well, look, I don't think we'll jam out. This feels like it's been a long video anyway, but a good one. A good one. And that's
you didn't get to play at all, but
I played at the beginning, didn't I? Yeah. That actually does remind me as well. We need to tell people about Channel 2, don't we? Which I believe is coming out soon. Where if you don't want to watch like these hour-long rambling videos, you just want to get straight to the point of the playing only. Yes, we have another channel going live called Andertons 2, which will be just for edited down playing only clips of a lot of the demos that we do. So check that out.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Let's go.
Links
onwards.
Below. See you later.
Bye bye.